Welcome back to action from Red Star Raceway and the Regional Extreme Festival. Up next we got DOE Formula V, powered by CIM Loops. Let's catch up with some of the top contenders from each of the classes and see what they got planned for today.
Next up on the track, one of our favourite races of the day, always a good race, the DOE Formula Vs, partnered by CIM Lubri Fuel. And guys, nice sponsors in the series, nice racing, everything's super nice at the moment. I shouldn't be saying that. Peter Hill's been in the series a long time. He had a great year in 2022. Looking for much the same this year?
Well, I certainly hope so, Dave. We didn't start the year so well this year, but at least we got a podium in the first race, and hopefully we can do it again.
All about slipstreaming down that back straight there, I suppose.
I think that's going to play a big part during the race today, so yeah.
Particularly that you've only got one corner after that to go to the checkers. I'll ask Jaco Schux about that. He's a master on that, but I saw he's limping at the moment. Jaco, just tell us what's going on.
Just a bit of a hip injury. This is not particularly one of my best circuits. It's very much a front end circuit. If you've got the front end of your car sorted, I think you'll do well. But like Peter says, I think the slipstream will definitely have its way in the race with us.
We look forward to that as well, always.
Absolutely.
MD Bester, slipstreaming, let's go away from that for a little bit. More about tactics, machine setup, as Jaco said. You need a good front end here so you can turn the car.
Yeah, at this stage it's looking to be a two-horse race between Lendl and Jaco. I mean, these two older guys, they keep you on your toes like a midget at a urinal, so you've got to send it.
Well, guys, I know it's all mates here, but out on the track you're all enemies, so have a great time, put on a great show.
Thank you.
I didn't know Brad Williams was racing in this race, but clearly there's a midget at the urinal somewhere. Nice one there, MD Bester. I'm going to definitely use that at some point in my racing career commentary. That's a great little comment there. But we're now going to go racing, and the racing is proper when it comes to Formula V, particularly when they've now got CIM Lubrifuel joining the DOE and Start My Car groups as part of their official sponsors for this event, and of course for the year. Bull Securities and Volkswagen Silver Lakes. Lendl Janssen is on pole alongside Gert van der Berg. Behind them, Jaco Schux and Eric Boyens, MD Bester, Sean van der Linde, Carl Watt and Theo Vermaak. Just ahead now of Marcel Blichnout and CF de Toy. That is how they line up for the first race in the top 10 for Formula V. Holding them at the start there ever so slightly. 30-second board about to go up. 30 seconds changes to 5 in the space of about 5 seconds. And then from there it heads into the fastest 5 seconds of your life as you stand by for race action. About to kick off here at Red Star. And it's Gert van der Berg. Looks like he's got the drop on everybody down towards turn 1. Van der Berg leads things out as they come out of turn 1 now, heading towards turn 2. Great start there from Theo Vermaak as well. He's made up a couple of positions to squeeze through there and possibly lead up what is the second class involved in this category. Chopping and changing in that mid-pack. The 7 car there is definitely Theo Vermaak. He's up into about 7th place by the looks of things as they come through to complete the first half of this race. And as they come into the first half of the first lap, it is Gert van der Berg who leads things out. He is the DOE man, of course. The DOE quality parts on the side of his car and the main sponsor of the series. ATS Motorsport getting involved as well and joining the likes of DOE and CIM Lubrifuel as overall sponsors for this class for the year. Down on the brakes into the hairpin for the first time. And it's the man who had a massive moment, of course, at Swartkops in the first round of this championship only a couple of months ago. And that was Lendl Janssen who went tumbling off the track at turn 4. Fortunately, ended up climbing out of the car. Got a lot of damage done to that machine, and there's been frantic maneuvering and working in between the two heats of what was heat 1 of that particular outing and heat 1 of this outing here at Red Star. Tries to close things down there on the back end of Gert van der Berg. And just behind that you can see Schux trying to join the party. Wide onto the dirt's not what you want to be doing, that is for sure. keep an eye out whether or not that's going to be Eric Boynes' manoeuvring on every occasion coming out of turn number 11. Sean van der Linde putting the pressure on to Boynes, uses the slipstream but has to go around the outside of him into the chicane. And does he make it stick? Oh, he tries. He tries very hard to make it stick, that's for sure. Spinner. Oh, what a pity there for Marcel Bluchnout. In fact, no, it wasn't Bluchnout, it was the 113 Jaco Smit. Smith looping it out there into the chicane. So Jaco Smit, GZ & Co registered car, just spinning out into the chicane. First lap in anger done, and fastest is Jaco Schricks in third. Schricks 2:12s. And remember, they qualified on the 2:07, so a lot of time still to make up here for these first three as they start to get away from the rest of that pack. Reason being is that they are not fighting as hard as what the guys are for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th place. Right through the pack you'll always see some great fights amongst the usual contenders, and of course the two classes in action here this weekend. Van der Linde's lost a little bit of ground, so has Carl Watt, MD Bester. Peter Hill's not quite at the front end where he normally is. Heard from him and from MD that they got to get these cars sorted out on the front end if you want to be good at Red Star. Certainly looks like that's the case from Kat van der Bach, Lendl Janssen and Jaco Schricks' point of view. Cube Coaching's car in third place was quickest on the first pass. It's 10 lapper. It's the two longest races of the day here from our Lubrifuel partnered DOE Formula V's. Van der Bach continues to lead things out there for DOE himself, ahead of that Bull Securities and Volkswagen Silver Lakes Formula V of Lendl Janssen. That's the gap down to 4th. Born still in the 4th spot, ahead of Vermaak. Vermaak up the top 5. Behind that it's Sean van der Linde, and looks like Carl Watt has joined the party there as well. Carl Watt's had some great races in the last couple of outings for Formula V, so massive improvements coming out of Watt. On every occasion he's behind the wheel. It's 2 down and 8 to go. So we can see who's quickest on that last pass. Across the line, Kat van der Bach goes quickest, 2:08.8. Manoeuvring now at the front end to try and maintain the lead. And putting the hammer down, putting the pressure onto the guys behind him to perform. Seeing whether or not he can shake them off his tail and leave them to fight it out for second place. It's about 2 car lengths there. So it'll come down slightly under braking. But Van der Bach controls things right now. Former champion at the front end. Going to get that number 1 plate back again. Former champion behind him as well, and a man who wants this championship, diving on his inside there in Lendl Janssen. So trying to find a way through there on Van der Bach, but as I said, a multiple former champion there in third place in Jaco Schricks. Also looking to try and find a way through if he can as they go into the dog bone. They've pulled a big margin now over Boyens in 4th. It's almost 5-second gap down to the 4th place car, and we're only on to the 3rd lap. Showing you how important, as you heard from Jaco in the interview, the front end of your car's setup is. You can visibly see the first 3 cars on track, certainly massive amounts quicker than anybody else on the circuit at this point in time. Usual contenders, Peter Hills, MD Bester, all running a little bit further back and completely out of touch at this stage. Inside line, and new leader, Bull Securities, Volkswagen Silver Lakes man hits the front, and it's now Lendl Janssen to set the pace. He gesticulates there to Kat van der Bach. Let's go. You see him just through the roll cage there, saying, "Come on, let's get it on." You've got to get away there from Jaco Schricks. Schricks once again remains quickest. 2:08.5.01 from Jaco Schricks. And that's the reason why I think Lionel Jansen's saying to Gert, come on, we've got to get going. Jaco is coming in a big way. He's realizing that Cube Coating's car potentially could ruin both their days. So Jansen putting the hammer down now, putting his head down as well, trying to get away from Gert van der Berg and from the third place car, Jaco Schricks. Big gap down to 5. Erik Boyens continues to lead in 4th, but Theo Vermaak's dropped back slightly. About 4 seconds adrift there on Boyens. He maintains his gap over Sean van der Linde and Kyle Watt, but MD Bester has now joined the 3 of them. So nearly a 4-way fight for what will be 5th place on track. Oh, nice one there. Great camera work, double shot, and we got the crash. So that looks like it might be either 112 or 113. Is that Marcel Bluchnoot? I think it might be. Marcel Bluchnoot with his nose cone and rear end with a bit of damage. But I think the damage came from the car in front of him. So Bluchnoot at that point in time was fighting with CF de Toy and Yanni Geyser. I think it might be the Yanni Geyser's or CF de Toy's front nose cone that is now on the sideline, and there's a very good possibility we may need a safety car here. The car is not in a safe spot, so let's wait and see if they make that call. No, they keep it going. Car's on the outside of so we can see what's going to happen here. There's the battle I was talking about. Sean van der Linde. Van der Linde fighting hard here with Kyle Watt. Kyle Watt's on his tail. Watt, MD Bester and Peter Hills all fighting hard. They've now got ahead of Theo Vermaak. Vermaak's dropped back to the back end of that little class battle. Lionel Jansen fastest on that last pass as well. 2:08.064 there for Jansen. And him and Gert van der Berg now starting to pull away from Jaco Schricks in 3rd. So Schricks now losing ground. Kyle Watt has got ahead of van der Linde as well. Peter Hills closing onto the back end of van der Linde now. MD Bester too. MD will be the first car to get there. Looks like they're okay with where that car's parked on the sideline. So Lionel Jansen will continue. Be double yellow flags into that sector for a while until they can get that car away from the side of the track. That's the car we're talking about. It's on the exit of turn 6. And the Romeo 2 is about to go and grab it. They're just waiting for a gap there. Oh, there we go, hands up. Safety car possibly out. Safety car board must have been deployed. It took a while for the safety car to be deployed. I'm not quite sure why it took so long. But needless to say, it has come out. And now we'll concertina this field back up close and personal for a restart. The car is definitely in a dangerous position. And they are going to need to move it out the way. It's going to give Erik Boyens, Sean van der Linde, Kyle Watt, MD Bester, Theo Vermaak and Peter Hills a chance to now close up. Safety cars coming into turn 3 here. So it'll pick up the field just on the exit of turn 3. It'll give a couple of cars a chance to close up on their rivals that they may have lost touch with or lost ground with. Definitely going to help Jaco Schricks out in a big way. He just lost the back end of that battle and was battling to try and get in contention again with the top 2, Lionel Jansen and Gert van der Berg. So the safety car now back on track. It's had a busy day. It certainly has had a busy day here at Red Star Raceway as our safety car. Jansen, Van der Berg, Schricks, Boyens, Van der Linde. Make that Watt, Van der Linde. And then MD Bester, Theo Vermaak, and Peter Hills. Marcel Bluchnoot was the car that was collected slightly. Might have been Helder Gavea. The car that he came in contact with. He's also dropped down into 17th place overall. I thought it may have been Sef de Toy, but it could have possibly been Helder Gavea. It's the nose cone on the inside of that corner, just on the left hand side of this shot. As they've now pulled Marcel Bluchnoot out of the dangerous position, and a little bit further away from the exit of turn 6. Yeah, 100% Paulie in my ear. They're just saying it doesn't look like they pull him too far because that left and right rear look like it's quite badly damaged from the impact. So you don't want to pull that car too far because it'll probably cause more damage. So they just pull it enough to get it into a safe spot. And the safe spot has to be on both sides of the circuit, as you can see, because they return along the bottom section of the track towards the same area. Lights still on the safety car. Will they go off down this back straightaway and hand the responsibilities of the restart to Lionel Jansen? The cars here might just get caught napping. They've got to close that gap if they want to. Your lights are out, and the Pretoria North Toyota 86 has put the hammer down to get away. So Lionel Jansen starting to swerve left and right to get some heat into the rubber. Jansen and Van der Berg will dictate the pace. Well, Jansen will. Van der Berg will try and catch him on the restart. So will Jaco Schricks and Eric Boyens. First four getting away. They have left Sean van der Linde and Carl Watt slightly in their wake. Watt just being left behind a little bit. Didn't quite get onto the back end of those first four. Theo Vermaak attacking MD Bester into turn 1. Vermaak looking for a way pass. Can he make it stick into turn 1? He looks like he had a go. Van der Berg wanted to have a go, but wasn't close enough there to Lionel Jansen. We have completed 6 laps now, 4 to go in this 10-lapper. Cold tyres are going to come into play. You can see there a little slip and slide coming from the man out front. Front end just washing out slightly. He caught it. So Lionel Jansen going to try and control things now with cool tyres. Hopefully that cold tyres will get back up to heat rapidly. Three and a half laps to go for these drivers. Van der Berg looking to close things down, get to the front. Look at Boyens. Boyens has joined the party. And he's looking to, as I say that, maybe get him the commentator's curse. He ran wide. So Boyens trying to close the gap there on Jaco Schricks, just running wide into the entrance of the dog bone. 7, 8 and 9. Move through turn 10, little flick, and then into 11 onto the back straightaway. Lionel Jansen controlling things for now. Can he keep it all together for the next 3.5 laps? Opening up there between the latter part of the top 10. Almost equidistant gaps there for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9th place amongst these Formula B competitors. maintaining though for now. On the back hasn't got an answer, neither has Shrix, but Shrix looks like he might have a go here. Shrix looking for the slipstream down into turn 1. Not quite close enough to have a go there, but he'll try and continue to hold that corner speed. Maybe have a ditch into turn number 2. Nope, not close enough. Fastest man on that pass was Jaco Shrix, 2:07.7. So kind of getting down into what we had as qualifying times now for these cars. Tyres are up to temperature. Rhythm is back. And there's 2.5 laps to go. Kat van der Berg do anything about Lennell Janssen here in the closing stages. DOE machine starts to close in there on that All Securities car. Cubed Coatings machine in 3rd. Boyens under attack now from Carl Watt. Watt has joined the party. Carl Watt wants through. He wants definitely to get up to top 4 honours if he can. Off camber corner there for turn 11 now towards 12 and 13 they come. Janssen just keeping it smooth on the brakes, doesn't want to make any mistakes now. That could be costly. After 2 races where he didn't finish, big crash in the first one, didn't get out for the second one at Zwartkops. He has to try and get 2 victories here to bring himself back into contention for a potential championship. Quite sure why we got a yellow flag down at the end of the straight. Here they come into turn 3. Van der Berg applying the pressure. He was quickest this time. 2:07.364 there for Gert van der Berg. Keeps himself in the hunt for the win. The short straight. Watching in the background as well, Carl Watt tries to close in on Boyens. Boyens has answered the call though. He's pulled a couple of more car lengths ahead and wants to try and maintain that 4th place ahead of Carl Watt. Carl with a lap and a half to try and find a way past him. Oh, Janssen is pushing hard. The pressure is on there. Gert van der Berg looking for a mistake or some kind of chink in the armour there to find a way through. This could change things up. Watt on Boyens, Van der Linde behind them. As they come up towards the back straight away again. Leaders onto the back straight already, heading down towards 12 and 13 here at Red Star Raceway. Nice smooth style there, much better this time from Gert van der Berg. Look at how he's closed in. Van der Berg applying pressure now as they get onto that last lap. 9 down, 1 to go. It's now or never time. Gert van der Berg is in the slipstream. Defensive driving from Lennell Janssen into turn 1 keeps him out. Watch for the carry of the corner speed through there via Gert van der Berg. And the cut back towards turn 2. He goes inside, not close enough though. Door was shut there by Lennell Janssen. Van der Berg now will try and just keep the pressure on him. Force a mistake if he can. He is all over those wing mirrors. Lennell Janssen will be watching those wing mirrors for a pounce. Van den Berg will definitely looking to pounce as they're coming into turn 5, heading to 6. Getting to the halfway stage of this final lap. He's got to find a way past. Is it going to be now under the slipstream? Will he wait till that back straightaway to pull the slipstream maneuver? Closes in again. Much better under braking there, that is for sure. Can he find a maneuver that'll get him through? We saw Lendl run slightly wide. He does again into the entrance of the dog bone. And that's where Van den Berg is looking to try and capitalise. Look at him all over the back end of that Bull Securities machine out front. Here we go, the run to the back straight. Set it all up here. If you get onto that back straight away, get into the slipstream. Will he be able to use that slipstream effect to get him to the front end of this field? He is right there under the gearbox. Here they come, onto the back straightaway for the last time. Lendl Janssen goes defensive, almost instantaneously down that back straightaway. Cuts right across. Not going to give any room to play here for Gert Van den Berg. He's going to have to come out and go around the outside. He comes out the slipstream. He's late on the brakes, but he's on the outside line. Watch for the cutback from Van den Berg as they head into the chicane. He now goes on the outside line again. Cutting back left, right, trying to find a way through, but Janssen's got it. Lendl Janssen kept him at bay and finishes the race at the front. Great manoeuvring there from Lendl Janssen. Just placing his car perfectly in the chicane, not giving any room there to Gert Van den Berg to squeeze through. So it's Van den Berg for second place. Also the fastest lap on that last lap from Gert Van den Berg. Just wasn't enough. Jaco Schrick settles for third. He was waiting to pick up the pieces if something went wrong between those top two. But the Cube Coatings car finishes in third place. So it's Lendl Janssen who wins out and beats the DOE Formula V, powered by CIM Lubrifuel Formula Vs. Janssen, Van den Berg and Schrick, your top three. They'll finish up just ahead of Eric Boyens, Carl Watt, Sean van der Linde. MD Bester hung on to keep out Jaco Smit and Jannie Geyser. And then it was Peter Hills, CF de Toy, and David Austin. Trevor Hills, Clinton Kane and Ernie Vermaak, your top 15 for the DOE Formula Vs. They'll be back later on for another 10 lapper.
I had a great race with Gert and Lendl. It seemed like with the wind we aren't getting much of a slipstream coming up the straights, which obviously means, we don't get the benefit of slipstreaming and getting past each other. So it was a tight race. I just couldn't squeeze by either one of them. So I finished third, but I'm happy with the result.
So yeah, the first race of Formula V's went quite well. Started in second, finished in second unfortunately, but it was quite a close race with Lendl. So yeah, I think let's go and sort it out, a couple of handling issues, and let's see if we can be quicker in the second race.
Yeah, I had a hell of a dance now with Jaco and Gert. The safety car definitely made it interesting. Yeah, luckily I was able to hold on to the end.